read this resolution, Mr. Oliver, or you want me to?
Whatever your pleasure.
No, it's your pleasure, sir. All right. A resolution setting the 2016 millage rate for the city of Temple, Carroll County, Georgia. Whereas the city of Temple City is a municipal corporation duly organized and existing under the laws of the state of Georgia and in charge of providing public service to residents located within the corporate city limits of the city of Temple, and whereas the mayor and council of the city wishes to adopt a resolution levying a millage rate which is established for the purpose of financing in whole or in part the city's expenses for the fiscal year 2016 through 17, and whereas the mayor and council of the city, after hearing and duly considering all such relevant evidence and public comments, have concluded that it is in the best interest of the city of Temple to levy a millage rate of 6.574 mils for all property subject to ad valorem taxation by the city. Now, therefore, the Council of the City of Temple hereby resolves the following. Section 1, approved. The City Council of the City of Temple hereby approves it and authorizes that the millage rate for the city be set at 6.574 mils for fiscal year 2016 versus 2017. Section 2, approval and execution. The mayor is hereby authorized to sign all documents and perform all other acts necessary to effectuate this resolution on behalf of the city of Temple. The city clerk is authorized to execute, attest to, and seal documents which may be necessary to effectuate this resolution, subject to approval as to form by the city attorney. Section 3, sir, the ability to extend any portion of this resolution is declared invalid, unforeseeable, or non-binding that shall not affect the remaining portion of this resolution. Section 4, repeal and conflict provisions. All city resolutions inconsistent with this resolution are hereby repealed. Section 5, effective date. This resolution shall be effective on the date of its approval by the city council and mayor as provided in the city charter. All papers and received. I hear any comment. So resolved as Monday of September 2016. What is
Question, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
I just have a question. When we were holding the meeting to vote to advertise that rate, we talked about the amount of $45,000 we stayed the same, and we were doing some rough figures of being around 28 or so thousand, a little bit more if we went to this whatever it is that we advertised, 6.574. There was a motion in a second before I was done doing some of the math, and I abstained. When I went home and added it up, it wasn't adding up to that. So when we get down here to this part on what we've got now, which shows an increase of 4,353. Is that correct? Is that what I'm looking at now?
That was correct. When we were doing those rough calculations, it was based on the assumption that only the reassessments are taken into that figure.
Right.
But there's other changes in the digest from last year that make the change.
Okay. So then that would bring me to my next question, which is, in actually, adopting this rate, I'm not quite sure who it was when I went to do my own appeal. I had asked a question, just when I turned it in. And I had asked you, do I need to go ahead and prepare for shortage this year? Because I was like, let me put that on the check for my escrow so I don't get hit with an increase and last year's escrow. And the person that I turned my appeal into said, no, if you file an appeal, you're going to be taxed this year at a certain percent. So my question is, if that happens, and when you file an appeal, this was just the first I turned myself into, it had a rain and a lot of workers down there on September, or August 21st, September 1st. If that is the case, if you file an appeal and the county plans to bill anyone appealed at 85% or whatever that increase bill, this could actually be a tax decrease for us this year. Correct?
Well, I had done my calculations the rate you need to set is to bring in the 2016 budget that's already been set, plus the additions that we had, and we were able to discuss last night for the amendments. So my calculation isn't necessarily based on the increase over last year. My calculations have been based on our digest compared to a certain rate, what revenue will we get in? And that's how I came to this, you know,
So we could possibly have a shortage if those bills are done in at 85% this year.
correct.
Okay.
And that's why I was thinking, that's why I think y'all agreed to advertise at the 6574 in case we do have less than we actually get. 'Cause
But we can't go up.
we cannot go up now. What I had said, my calculations, I need 65 and no less.
Okay.
But at 6574, that gives us the room in case of the appeals.
And then what I had asked him to public hearing, because I was curious, because out of the phone calls I've gotten, I have not gotten anybody really fussed about commercial, which I thought commercial would get harder than residential, and that was actually, Mr. Osborne said on the schedule for next year. So next year, we may be looking at the commercial properties in town meeting. We can possibly generate more revenue for the city. So that was my question, is that, you know, that was the amount we were looking to actually increase at $4,353, not 20-something thousand or 40-something thousand. So that was it clarified. And the other question I have is, does the last page of this hinder us in any way from voting tonight?
I don't think it interferes you from voting, setting it at some point. We will, if we get the city attorney to attest as to the form of the resolution, but it's the exact form that you used last year.
So much more question. What will happen if this is voted on tonight and doesn't pass? What will happen if we did nothing on it tonight? Will it come back up? Or another day or call meetings?
You've got to set a millage rate at some point if you're going to collect property taxes. So if you don't do it tonight, you would have to have a special call meeting to do it. I said to the mayor and council in the memo today, we know now that the Board of Education will sit down millage rate on Thursday night. The County Board of Commissioners next Monday. And shortly thereafter, my assumption is that they will start preparing the tax bills and will include the city of Temple if we've given a millage rate to use, and if we haven't, I'm not sure what will happen.
What if it's voted on tonight and it doesn't pass? Do we set another rate or do we stay at the current rate?
You have to react.
Well, here's how I look at it, what we're looking at, and this would answer my questions, Mayor.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. My question was the amount of the actual increase, and looking at this increase, and depending on what the county decides to do, if they are actually going to bill people who have billed this year at a set percent of that increase, then we're really looking at saying about the same as what we had projected. It's almost right on. I think we could get into a lot more trouble by failing to get this done and then having people that, you could get that paid, you don't have to pay by a certain time. Then when they turn around to file their taxes in January and February, they can't claim their property tax bill and that type of stuff on their taxes. We have a lot of unhappy homeowners who don't get to take a credit for that this year, or this coming up here in 17. If this is the right figure, this $4,000, you're comfortable that that right there is what we're looking at with this millage rate. We're looking at a difference of $4,000. Okay, it could possibly be less than $4,000, not more than this $4,300.
Correct.
Okay, but with that, I would make a motion that we adopt this millage rate that has been presented to us in this resolution based on the increase that I was given in these financials today.
Got a motion from Mrs. Ransom to adopt this millage rate of 6.25
I second it.
Second, Mr. Pratt, any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that does not carry, it takes three. Well, we got 2 for it and 1 opposed.
We have to reorganize and everything, we're not going to tax bills in this year.
I don't know what the wishes of the council wants to be. I mean, if we don't send them a village rate down there, then I suppose that we may not have any taxes collected and sent in. So whatever the council wishes to do, if they will let me know in time, we will either have a meeting or no village rate.
Have a full council here.
We can vote to advertise and hope that we have a full council.
Charge says it takes 3 members of the council to conduct city business, we got 1 members of the council, we can conduct city business or not.
We do, and we had a vote, and it was 2 for and 1 opposed. I hear a motion to adjourn. Your motion to adjourn.
It's done.
We decided to adjourn, I need a motion.
Do I need an attorney to give me an opinion on whether or not it's appropriate to make a motion to adjourn with property taxes not going to be collected this year?
You make a motion?
No, I'm asking, I need an attorney now to make a motion to adjourn. I'm taking away the third person here.
Thought you wasn't
So you can't conduct business, excuse me.
Thought you wasn't a person.
Excuse me?
Mr.
I'm sorry, say that a little bit
I
louder,
thought
please.
she wasn't Google.
Wasn't wrong with you in that observation.
Calm down.
But you said you.
Calm down, this is the council meeting. Mr. Ransom, you have the floor.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Did you tell him he wasn't?
I'm sorry, I don't think I did, right?
What?
Well, I still got somebody else on the floor over the camera.
That you have the floor.
Okay, so my question's gonna be, if we walk out of here and we take a form with us, or I take a form with us, and a motion to adjourn. I don't have an attorney here, because I believe at one point, Ms. Sagan told us that the motion died, we could not bring it up to the next meeting. Now, I don't have an attorney here to ask that question, does anybody know the answer?
The motion failed because it takes.
Can it be brought back up at the same meeting, does anybody know?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, then there you go, I make a motion to adjourn.
Same meeting.
Okay, I hear a motion with.
I make a motion to
I hear a
adjourn.
second.
What does this accomplish?
Second the motion. All in favor, say aye.
That's dangerous.
I told you to bring.
We need the resolution back, sir.
Takes that.